Backed by popular demand, we are excited to bring to the stage a hip-hop artist named Ethyric B.Snair to perform a song telling the story of the artist's own battle with addiction and how he was able to find a little bit of freedom. 10,000 Candles proudly presents Ethyric B.Snair.
I should not be here. I should be locked up, serving a sentence for multiple years. I should be insane, repeating the same mistakes over and over and over. Miserable, addicted, and hungover. I should be dead and buried. I should be ashes in the wind. I should be gone from this world, like so many of my friends. But here I stand, alive and well, as a recovered man, with a story to tell. Just one more story. I lost my connection to family and friends. I lost jobs, hobbies, brain cells, and self-respect. I almost lost my life, well I basically did. I was physically and mentally and spiritually sick. I was deep in the pain of my poisonous ways. I got caught in the grips of a treacherous game, lost and alone in a dangerous state. Another dead man walking that no one could save. But like I said, I stand here today as a man in long-term recovery. So if the definition of recover is to obtain what one had lost, did I gain back what my addiction at once cost? Yes, I did, and much, much more. But I must stress one point and settle the score. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, it's something I had to work for. It took me 7 rehabs and 4 psych wards. I was broken, I was battered, I was bruised. I was in denial of a lifestyle to need to use. But I ain't going back, I found freedom. The old ways could mean death if I repeat them. But you can find the light faster than me when you shout at the black mass that devours your dreams. Maybe I won't know. Maybe I won't know. Maybe I'll never know. Will we ever know? The steps were already there, laid before my feet. All I did was walk up the stairs to a heaven waiting for me. I'm no hero, no guru, just some guy in the right place at the right time who knew and knows that it ain't no merit of mine. It was the grace of the divine. That unexplainable grace restored me to sanity. And because of that, I feel this new energy inside me that I never felt before. This passion for life, this reason for being, this purpose. Sometimes I feel guilty. Maybe I'm just sad. Maybe it's anger. When I see the drug-related deaths and people locked up, it makes me second guess. How do we get caught in this mess? How do we get stuck in this mess? And why can't they get what I got? And why can't they find what I found? And where did that hope get all lost? And how can we turn this around? Maybe I won't know. Maybe I won't know. Maybe I'll never know. Will we ever know? And I don't know. Somebody tell me. You tell me why. Somebody tell me. apart the pieces of the people I see. These opiates cloaking kids from their true ID. The IVs turning hometown heroes to fiends, and I seen a whole scene straight struggling to breathe. Fentanyl get you to fall faster than you can speak. I seen it all, people that crawl on their hands and knees for a fix that they think that they actually need. They will sell their own bodies for the tiniest piece. They will steal from their mothers to come up with the means. They'll beat you to your bloody ticket what they need. And I seen people doing this for good families, so don't sit there and tell me that it's not a disease. Arguments over words is a lot of nonsense. When the people arguing ain't even been where I've been. When we argue, we avoid what the real problem is. All these words don't gotta cause all this conflict. Substance use disorder, or SUD, is terminology that's identifiably me. I also got no problem with saying to peeps that I'm a person in long-term recovery. But I use the word addict, cause it reminds me, if I ever use it again, I know where I'll be. I use the word disease, but it don't define me. When I live in the solution, I'm happy, joyous, and free. And I won't fall. Somebody's got me. You tell me why. Somebody tell me. Tell me why. Tell me why. Alright. The antics of arguing these semantics is causing a lot of damage. I think I know what the answer is. Surrender to the moment, admit that you're powerless, and then relinquish all opponents with this no cowardice. The bravest of components beginning your vital quest is believing in a power that's bigger than your own head. Believing in relying on totally different intellectual acceptance is not surrendering. The next part of the 12 is to delve inside of yourself and to say the hell with the cells that no longer help with your health. Sharing that is scary but very extraordinary when you recognize the secrets are actually ordinary. Willingness to grow with improvement upon your person is the quality control that I urge you to keep on learning. When achieving amends, apology is insufficient. It's the altering of action that really will make the difference. Continue on the path and then cultivate your connection to the conscious understanding of higher power conception. Embodiment of principles pertinent to the purpose of uplifting other people must percolate through your person. When will you change what you thought you knew? How can we change what it made us do? What it put us through. Now go help another human, cause their pain you can lessen. Switch your selfishness into selflessness and go carry a message. You finish with this process and you will rise from the ashes like phoenixes. If you get through the nonsense, you'll fully embrace what freedom is. Now I know it's a lot of work, but let me ask you one question. How much is your life worth? Think about it. It ain't just the opiates causing the breach. Alcohol is a poison you don't buy in the streets. It's turning cars into weapons every day of the week. And now death by cirrhosis every year is increased. Adderall is illegal from prescribed speed. Like Ritalin given to kids too hard to teach. I was told daily to make 80 mgs, so trust me, there was nothing in that pill I need. Let's do some analogies. Crystal meth is to Adderall is cocaine to Ritalin. Valium to alcohol is oxy to heroin. You don't believe me? Go look online. Check the chemical structure against the other and you'll find that you're really similar. And it's really kind of crazy that we're giving this to kids without knowing this information. In 1906 they prescribed heroin to patients and we call it a street drug and say junkies take it. Oxy's the same thing, it's time that we face it. Cause we're getting really sneaky with these bottles and labels. No matter where you stand or what you believe, we're all affected even if you're saying it's not me. The collective is connected on a level unseen, and we're closer to addiction than we even can see. Food addiction, porn addiction, codependency can be deadly as the drugs when used excessively. Lack of love, connection, and of empathy is at the root of all addictions and see. No, I ain't saying everybody needs to be like me and stay drug free and 100% clean. There's a gray area with everything that I speak, and we almost choose what we believe. When will you change what you thought you knew? How can we change what it made us do? What it put us through. This sickness is spiritual in nature. It's widespread and prevalent in our culture. The cure for this sickness is recovery, which comes in many forms. The pathways that I took and continue to take to sustain my recovery are practicing spiritual principles, meditating daily, continuing to heal my trauma, connecting with amazing people, and having purpose and passion in my life. Find your path. Our global community needs to start working together. That's what community means. Spiritual, medical, political, psychiatric, religious, educational, etc., etc. All these groups have their own language and ideas on how to fix this problem. And all these groups need to stop with that intellectual and ideological warfare that keeps us disconnected from our hearts, and start working together to cure the affliction that's tearing our communities apart. And let fellowship surround when you're feeling down. Let somebody help you out. Don't drift away and drown. Thank you.